You have to overwhelm your enemy with a violent action of faith. Understand that God is wanting you to recognize what it means to create and set an atmosphere. Now, Pastor Jason, right? Thank God he's on our side, but he was trained, right? In the military. He was trained to clear a room. Matter of fact, that's what he did on his 2 assignments overseas. He was a door kicker. He was the guy that went in first with his team in order to clear the room, to root out the insurgents, to make sure that it was safe, to secure the area. Again, the principle for us as believers in faith is sometimes you've got to secure the room, and then you need to go through the room and kick over every carpet, open every door, making sure that there's not somebody sitting under in a corner somewhere or in a closet or under a bed, that they're just waiting for you to turn your back. Again, as believers, the spiritual principle is, as we prepare ourselves in faith, the more prepared we're going to be to release or activate the miraculous work of God in our lives. Clearing a room is a violent action. In the military, it's a very violent action, right? They don't, in the military, they don't knock on the door. Hello, we're here. We just want to make sure nobody's here that would hurt us or wound us. We want to make sure everybody here is on our side. So would you please all come out and let us introduce ourselves? No, it's bam. And you kick the door in and you come in violent. You come in loud. You come in forceful. And you begin to overwhelm the residents of that home with force. You overwhelm them with noise. You overwhelm them with action, movement. Everything about you is overwhelming the individuals that are residents or holding that ground. Well, please understand that is a principle that needs to be employed when you use your faith. You have to overwhelm your enemy with a violent action of faith. You have got to come in loud and run out the unbelief. You have to get it to submit to you. You know, they came in force, one fluid movement, right? Step to step, interlocked wherever they went, understanding which direction. They understood how to pass instructions forwards and backwards just by hand movements. They didn't have to talk about it, but when they entered a room, they continued to move in that direction. Please understand, this is where the body of Christ could learn some lessons. Because one fluid movement is what God is after. How many